Hey everybody, welcome to the Educated Affiliate. My name is Damo, and today we're going to talk about scams. It's just all this is accumulated from all the problems that we've had and we've been going through with Cliqly. But I wanted to share, and I'm getting a lot of horror stories. I mean, you wouldn't believe what's going on with that. We're going to talk a little bit about that, but we're going to get away from Cliqly a little bit and talk about other scams and stuff that I've been involved with. And I think I'm going to start to go in this direction with the Educated Affiliate a little bit because I want to start doing interviews with people who have experienced these things and the companies they've experienced them with, and maybe some of the red flags to watch out for. Because Lord knows when we go through this list that I lost a lot of money. And I'm talking a lot of money. We're talking maybe $50,000 or more I've lost from doing stupid stuff that I probably shouldn't have done. Now I've learned a lot of life lessons, and it's really hard to go public with this because it really shows my ignorance and my lack of knowledge of the industry. But it's also compelled me to say, hey, you really got to be smart about where you're going with and who you're getting into business with. And that's what I'm going to show you here. So we're just going to go through them one by one, and I'm going to make a pitch at the end, even now, either in the comments or at demo@theeducatedaffiliate.com. If you've got a scam issue that you're so upset about, minus any of the ones I talk here today, because these are mine, then email me and let's talk. And maybe we do a Zoom interview. And if you're not too shy, we'll put it up on the site and we'll start building these interviews up on people and sort of have a list of people that, really have scammed you and scammed other people. And so they can be caught not to be scammed again by the same person, or just sort of the red flag type of opportunity businesses that you can call out as scams right off the bat. So let's get into it. The first one I did is a company called Online Academy with this guy here, Matt Graham. And I'm telling you, this guy had me totally flummoxed. I mean, I just thought he was the nicest guy, most down-to-earth guy in the whole world. And for a while, much like Cliqly, the system worked. And what happened was, what you do is you buy into the system, and they were going to train you how to be your own and sort of standalone affiliate marketer. But at the same time, you could do projects with them where you would co-op into an advertisement. They would run the advertising, all the sales, and then you'd split the earnings. And so the initial buy-in was 15 grand, and then it was either 2,000 or 4,000 per pop each month to get into one of these advertising co-ops. And I chose the 4,000, and for the first 9 months, I was profitable. I was making maybe 2,000-3,000. So I would give them 4,000, and 30 days later, I'd get a check back for 6,200, 6,500, whatever. So I made all my money back until in September. This was last year. September 23, they wrote us a letter and said, sorry, we're closing down. And they kept my last $4,000 I sent them. So I think I ended up being in arrears because I think I was profitable at that point. I'd have to go look at my spreadsheets, but I think I just lost that 4 grand. But there were people that came in literally the month before and put in 15 grand or put in 6 grand or whatever they did, and they closed on them like that. And no one's ever heard of them. In fact, this is an online group I was a part of. I'm not a part of it anymore because I didn't know that it was going anywhere. There are a lot of people that really got screwed. This is an example from Reddit. $4,000 making either making 0 up to 2.5 times as much. Put in either 2,000 or 4,000, and then it said, I made a total $1,6,500 back. See, just like me. So then he put in 2,000 campaign at the beginning of August, just like me, and ran for 30 days. Was supposed to get paid out in September, only September 8th. At the end of August, we received an email support stating that they were having some issues and they would reach out to all their affiliates no later than September 5th to let them know how to move forward. And long story short, they just did. They just shut down, and nobody ever heard from them again. And that was that. So, I fell for this twice. But this one, I fell for the second one because this one did work for a long time. And then I got in the middle with the second I got involved with the second one in the middle of the first one. So I thought I was going to double up and start cranking on this thing, and it was just going to be like an investment. Invest $4,000, get back $6,000, $4,000, $6,000. It was going great, and then it just fell apart. So let's go to the next one here, which was Fast Start Side Hustle. I think I paid another 10, 12 grand to get into this one, and I only made about 1,500 back. So I lost pretty much all my money here. This guy, and you can always tell. So one of the first things you can always tell is how their support. Now the support on Online Academy was excellent. So it was kind of hard to tell, and they actually had success. I think this is kind of like, well, I'm not going to put him on the same level with Bobby because I think Bobby's, I don't know. What I'm saying is, I think they started out to scam people. Things just went bad. They didn't know how to deal with it, and they ended up scamming a bunch of people. This guy just did not go well from the start. Just complete arrogant. His support was horrible. His wife ran support, and they were terrible. If you complained about anything, they would get on your case. Once they had your money, they were just horrible. Before they had your money, of course, they were talking to everybody. And, of course, this is another complaint, straight to the point. I got scammed, took over $7,000 from me, and I want to know if there's anything to get back into it. All kinds of complaints here. You can read through them. It's called Fast Start Side Hustle. This is the membership site. It's gone. So it's not even there anymore, and that's the situation with that. Now, this next one is interesting because if any of you heard of Adam Charrington, he's a big marketer on the internet, and he developed all this software to test, which, always hear about test, right? You want to test different ads and see how they play, and he made it sound like, no problem. You just plug this stuff in, you run the tests, and then you figure out which ones are good, and then you scale up on those. And it sounded pretty easy, right? The problem is the story I always tell is that most people have no business getting involved with using this, this software, this equipment, because you have to be a master marketer to do it, okay? And I'm going to talk a little bit about this guy. I want you to see his face because his ads are all over the place. I got in for $40,000 for a whole year. So not only what that does is give you all the software, it gives you the training every day, and their training was very forthright. It was very solid. You could get a lot of it if you wanted. Problem is the people who were teaching it, two of them out of all of them were very successful marketers. 3 of them that I knew of. Another one was a guy that joined when I joined, and within 3 months he was already teaching a class because he was a software guy, and his class was more about how to use the software. But still, when I'm paying $40,000 for a class, I don't expect my teachers to be, 3 months old into the industry and be able to be teaching something that I should be learning from real professionals. He was a professional. He was a brilliant guy. We were friends for a while there. We haven't spoken in a while. He was also in Cliqly and didn't go well for him. So he got out. We haven't spoken in a while. I'm sure we will again one day. But this is the kind of guy that you've seen these ads, $453,000 in a single month. I mean, this is like what I've always said. I always give this example. This is if like Stephen Curry came to you on an ad in YouTube and said, hey, $10,000 bucks. I'll teach you how to shoot a three-point shot and get you into the NBA. That's the crux, right? Sure, they can teach you how to use the system. Sure, he can teach you how to shoot a three-point shot, maybe even pretty well if you work at it hard enough. But the crux is, can you make $450,000? Can you even make $100,000? Can you even make $10,000 or $5,000 a month? Using this stuff, you may be able to learn the skill and understand the process, but to be able to do it, that's like Steph Curry telling you for $10,000 bucks, I can get you playing in the NBA. It's just a bunch of BS, and that's where this sort of scam comes along. And you can see, I'm going to show you one complaint that's in here. You can see there was a lot of people in there, and my friend and I even talked about this. There was a handful of people that were in these things, and I didn't consider myself a marketer at all. I didn't consider myself very smart. But there were some people in there asking questions like, I can't believe this person's in here. There's no way they're going to make any of their money back, and they spent all this money. And it's a terrible, terrible thing in terms of being able to learn the skill and then execute the skill and then perfect the skill. And you aren't making any money until you perfect that skill. And sometimes it takes a long time. It takes years. And the problem is these gurus, I'm not saying they're not legit what they do. You know, they probably spent years, or they're very talented. They got good at what they do, and they think they can just turn other people on and let them do what they do after learning it for years and years and years. I heard this Grant Cardone, and I even like Grant Cardone. To tell you the truth, he's on Fox. I've heard him speak a lot of times. But his pitch is, it took me 4 decades to learn how to get wealthy, and I'm going to teach you in 2 hours. Like, really? 2 hours? It's amazing how people go for that stuff. I'm included. I went for them too. And so what happened here with this one, I mean, they're still going. They're still, I never got my money back. They're still building stuff. And then not only that, once you get in and use software, the ad spend is astronomical. I mean, you're going to spend $5,000 in a month just testing ad spend. That's how expensive it is with this process. And you have all kinds of troubles, like they say here. Completed the entire program, but it failed to deliver on its promises, leaving me with significant distress, $16,000 loss. I bought the 90-day mentorship program, $11,000 after a $2,000 discount, and required additional $5,000 in ad spend to qualify for a money-back guarantee. Encountered immediate issues with Live Intent, which is the company that does the advertising. So not only are there problems with the skill, not only are there problems with perfecting the skill, having success with the skill, but then you got to deal with all kinds of third parties. I mean, it's amazing how much money gets charged for this stuff because people go for it because they think they can make a living online, and it's not easy at all. You have to learn the skill. You have to take the time, and we're going to get into what I'm doing now to make sure that I learn this thing from scratch and not kind of, I admit I tried to win the lottery with these things, and especially with Cliqly. Even though I knew Cliqly would take time, I tried to win the lottery. And the funny thing is I had that lottery won until it all fell apart. I had that thing going, but you learn from that. So anyways, our favorite guy, there he is, Mr. Bobby Jones. We all know where this went right here. Went to the payment help page, which is now over $500,000 that is owed to members all over the world. All over the world. I'm surprised. I haven't heard one word from him since he kicked me out. And this is growing. We're only halfway done with the list. I'm getting literally hundreds of emails every day to be put on the list. Not hundreds, but, a lot, 60, 70 maybe. As you can see, there's 560 people. We've been doing it for about a week. And I'm answering other emails on top of that. So it's very time consuming. But you know what? My heart is in this. My heart is in doing this and letting people know about all these guys. This guy, right? This guy. No doubt. This guy. I mean, these people, and of course, our favorite, this guy. And so, I'm going to reiterate that right now. Anybody that has ever had a scam in another company, I know some people have already shared it with me. You want to get online and let's do a Zoom call and talk about it. Talk about, not just sit there bitch and whine or whatever, but get on there and say, okay, this is what I saw. This is what I thought was going to happen. And this is what actually happened. This is the red flag. So be careful for that. I want to start doing those because I'm tired of people like ourselves that want to work hard and really build something online. And they're getting screwed because people are not very ethical people out there, but also because we're a little dumb. You got to admit it. I'll admit it. I'm a little green. I'm a little dumb. I throw money at shit and just say, okay, I'm going to go for this. And eventually I will win. I know I will. And the things I'm doing now are doing good, but I've got to start believing in myself, and I got to start believing in it takes time and hard work. So Damo at theeducatedaffiliate.com. If you do want to do an interview like that with me or talk about it so we can, maybe I can just talk about the program itself by myself. If you want me to do that for you, I will do that because I want to start making people aware, okay? So now real quick, I'm going to get into what I am doing. Some of you have seen what I'm doing here with MAP, that is Master Affiliate Profits, and that was actually, let's see, are we home here? That is a program that was developed by these two men here. Let's see, where is it? Where's the home page? Oh, here we go. Okay. This is Omar Martin right here, and this is John Thornhill. And John Thornhill brought Omar into the industry. Omar was he worked in ambulance, what do you call it, CMT or EMT, what do you call it? EMT. CMT. He was an EMT, and he had a couple of his buddies. He was there in New York during 9/11, and he was dealing with that, man. It was brutal. He tells that story, and he got into affiliate marketing with this guy here, John Thornhill, and John Thornhill became his mentor. He did so well. He really built a huge business for himself, and now they put together this system together. And the reason I got involved with this was because Omar Martin is someone I followed for like the last 10 or 15 years, affiliate marketing. I never did anything with him, never bought any of his products, but I always liked what he had to say on Facebook and otherwise, and he was a very honest guy, Christian guy. And I believed in what he had to say. So I decided to join the MAP program. And what is the MAP program? So it's an ecosystem. I'm not going to go through a big extensive thing here, but it's an ecosystem with all the different trainings that are involved with affiliate marketing that you can go through. And you have them at different levels. So let's say you want to learn about list building. If you come in as a silver, gold, or platinum, they give you different levels of training. Now, it's going to be free when it hits phase 3, okay? It's not phase 3 right now. It's phase 2. And phase 2 is basically people are coming in and investing and backing the group itself. Now, I got into this because I saw Cliqly starting to fail. And what I did is I decided to finally get involved with Omar because I've seen his great stuff. I like this concept. I know Anthony Morrison did sort of the same thing, partner with Anthony, but this is more extensive as far as I'm concerned. And I got in for $800, but it's a lifetime membership. I love lifetime memberships. If you've ever heard of me talk about in other videos, I love lifetime memberships. And so I got in for $800, and I really didn't even work it. I just sort of did a couple of introductory interviews or videos, and didn't really work too hard with it because it was still in phase 2. Now, phase 3, that's going to go away, the lifetime thing. When you come in as a platinum, you're going to have to pay a monthly fee to get involved. Now, you'll get access to all those trainings I saw. And if you're a free membership, then you can come in and you can just purchase the trainings that you want. So I got in. I've brought in 2 people actually since the Cliqly thing because they've so fed up with Cliqly, and I've already obviously made my money back. So I'm profitable now in this program, flat out, and I'm going to keep moving with it. Phase 2 is only going to be around for another month or so, I think. I think they're going to open up phase 3 pretty quick here. But here's some really cool aspects of it I want to show you. So first of all, there's only one link you promote. You don't promote any other products in there because once you promoted this, they put cookie on your once they're in with you for life, okay? None of this like Cliqly where you can change your affiliate, the guy that sponsored you. It's ridiculous. Anyways, if you come in as a platinum, you can see here I'm getting stuff from my website, but I'm also getting, you can see this rotator link here. What's happening is that as a platinum, when I come in, they send out their email too to their list, and they do their promotions, and then they distribute it amongst the different platinums. So I'm in the rotator system. I get free leads all the time coming in here. This means that they didn't finish the process. This means they started but didn't finish. And then I've got 2 that actually joined. So that is actually really, really cool. And I want to show you what this is all about. So anybody comes in as a free person or buys just a basic membership, you're getting a commission for, and anything they purchase within the system, you're getting a commission for. And then they're going to grow these affiliate connections. So they press AWeber to work with their system. Any kind of ClickBank or JVSU products they promote within the system, you're going to get commissions for, because your people, if they buy something from them or Warrior Plus or Udemy, you're going to get commissions if they're in the system on you, with you. So I'm not going to go through any more great extent with that because it's pretty neat. There's a link below. There's a link all over my website. You know that I'm doing this. If you have any more questions about it, I'm going to promote it very slowly. I'm going to start building a real list, and I'm going to start going forward with it. And I've also, you know, I'm a business entrepreneur, but I've been doing my own books for years. I just got certified as a QuickBook a bookkeeper, pro advisor bookkeeper. So I'm going to start a pragmatic business as well. I've got that going on dailyspend.net. And so that has nothing to do with affiliate marketing. And because I want to sort of grow these things slowly but surely and just say, okay, enough of trying to hit the lottery. I'm going to build this slowly. So over time now, this has been a long video, I know, but I wanted to talk about the fraudulent stuff. I'm going to be doing much shorter videos on the different teachings, aspects, and modules in MAP, Master Affiliate Profits, and moving forward. So that will be fascinating if you want to pay attention to that. But I want to overemphasize that anyone that has had a fraudulent experience with a company and wants to talk about it, where we can point out the company, even if they're gone, and maybe put a picture up there of people that we know have done stuff in the past so that people can recognize them if they come up again. Email me at damo@theeducatedaffiliate.com and let's talk. And let's get an interview going. Like I said, if you don't want to do an interview, you give me all the information. I'll research it, and I will do the video for you. Okay? So anyways, right now, I have no new updates on the payment page. It is up to date. I've got some really hard people editing stuff, so they're always adding. And this thing, it's going to work, but it's not going to work unless you click and you share the list. And if those people that are owed money actually send the demand letters and file the claims. It's the only way this is going to work. And we're trying to make that as easy as possible for you. I feel committed to this. Like I said, I never lost any money with Cliqly. But once I found out the extent of what was going on here, I felt embarrassed really to be a part of it. And I had to get out, and I had to make this decision to do this, and I'm glad that I did. So good luck to all you guys. If you have any questions on MAP, go ahead and email me at damo@theeducatedaffiliate.com. If you want to get on one of those and let's do one of those interviews, let me know. Let's do it. We're gonna, if not root out bad people, we're going to give a lot of people the red flags that they've got to notice before they get involved with anything big time. Okay? All right. You guys have a good one, and we'll talk to you next time.